We find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Will Reichard to kick off for
the kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the first carry for Sean Tucker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Baker going to change it up. Mayfield to throw it. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. And now they'll shift things around. Here's Tucker. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Here's Allen. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, shot.
They'll run again with Mason. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Mason His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Vikings 7, Buccaneers nothing. Will Riker to kick off for the Vikings.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Now a 2nd and 10. Mayfield going to switch things up here. On the ground, it's Tucker. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. That is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Returnable now for Allen. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. The drive begins with Mason. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 37-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Here's 2nd and 3. Now Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mitchell. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run with Tucker. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 5. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. A 1st carry for Rashad White. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. To throw, Mayfield. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On the ground again, it's Mason. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. The Vikings at 11-4 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
Here's McCarthy. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Bucks are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And they'll start the drive here with an end around. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And now Mitchell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, what do coaches tell us all the time, CD? We've got to get our playmakers more involved, and certainly running with the football is one way, and it paid off right there.
And you're talking about paying off to great effect. How about the big explosive play that was a result of that play call? Big-time execution on that one.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jordan Mason with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
14. Buccaneers 7. Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It's a gain of 9.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They run. It's Tucker. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
180. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
The slot man in motion right. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Mayfield now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
20. Up.
Throwing. Mayfield. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
180.
Baker changing the play at the line. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Pistol. Run.
Mayfield looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. On the draw, it's White.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46.
180!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Second and 10.
Here's Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28.
It's a gain of 18.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
First down, here's White. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
They gashed him in a big way on that last run, and defense fortunate to tackle him on the 2-yard line, but doesn't necessarily mean that there's something wrong with the defense's plan. And that's the one thing the coordinator has to do to make sure the confidence stays high. Okay, sometimes they're going to get a big play against us, but that doesn't mean we change everything and abandon our game plan. But now they have to stiffen and try and keep him out of the end zone.
180!
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line?
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
Brings up 2nd and
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Up, up. 20.
They're going to look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
180. Up, up.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll try to pick it up himself. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
180. What's that?
They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talk about that's exactly how they drew it up? Because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellows up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
To the air with McCarthy. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mason.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Open man, that's Felton. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him. Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now McCarthy. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready, break. 79 Bronco. Let's go now.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
McCarthy going to throw again. This one swung out here to Jones.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. 68.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson from 13 yards out. And the Vikings go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Buccaneers 7. Will Riker to kick off for the Vikings.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield.
Room past the 35.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play, move on.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Now Baker going to change it up.
He'll drop to throw. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That one out wide and intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his guys have got it back at the close closing stages of the first half.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now a give right side. Tucker. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
They run straight ahead here with White. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mayfield going to switch things up here.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
And the Buccaneer first down.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here. First and 10.
180!
Now Mayfield.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Third and long.
Ninth play of the drive now on third and a country mile.
180! Done!
Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
This is taken at about the 14. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. Oh, they're just looking good, hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed.
157 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 4. Right back to Mason.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
Straight ahead, here's Mason.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. It's a net of 40 there, punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe it'll slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Regular, 180.
To throw, Mayfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
180. King.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing, Mayfield. He'll find McMillan here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 2.
Up the middle they go. It's Tucker. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
180.
Mayfield looks to throw. That's caught by Tucker. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd down and 4.
Mayfield down. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They go with White on the counter. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
180.
Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man on the out route.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Set. 20. What's that?
Mayfield on play action. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll go again with Mason.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Bucks going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw McCarthy. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The Bucks forced to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Inside the 20.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Rashad White.
71 yards.
And the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year.
McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Vikings 28, Buccaneers 14. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
Here's McCarthy.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive And in a relatively quick manner.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Baker changing the play at the line. And now an audible here into something else.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Hey, alert 33. What's up?
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now a stoppage, and oh boy, we've got Mayfield shaken up on the play.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. How about this? They'll change it at the line.
22 window. Hand up.
Desperation time now. Here's Levis.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. Crack all 80.
They'll hand it to Mason.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
171 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go, set. 60